Sound. Oh, there's some sound.
Yay.
Hello and welcome back to Mistrial's Miscreants. This would be game session number 29. Our last session was kind of a flash sideways, and so this is a continuation from session 27. So we will continue on from where we left off on 27. The party had just come back to Portus. They had saved the Lady of Northgard and were awarded Heroes of the Empire a second time. So they were even more valuable to the Queen, twice the Heroes of the Empire. And so while they were there at the port city of Portus, the capital city of Portus, excuse me, there was all kinds of just looking around, and then the shopping trip where Belle and went to the smithy, and a large smith tried to get busy with Belle. She wasn't having any of it, so she cut off his head. And in the ensuing fight, Ace, oh, by the way, Ace is now awakened. He is a fighter, level 6, and he is ready to go. He is completely loyal to Belle. A parting gift from Reiner as he left the party on some secret thing that future Tally had come back and got him, or we'll have to play it through and see how it all goes. But throughout all this, they were planning the journey south, and when our party defeated the Smiths, there were 6 of them attacking. The magic slingers came in and busted behind. So once everything got sorted out, they got back to the palace, got cleaned up, were called to the courtyard to watch the execution of the remaining 2 smiths. The king informed them that they had found out all the information they needed to know, and that the people responsible were going to be taken care of. So this group that the Smiths that attacked our party represents is a purity group. They want to keep the Empire just pure human, and they don't want anything to do with any of the other races. So that's their radical agenda. So after this was said and done, the party had great discussion on what the hell was going on. And since they hadn't figured out anything in particular, except that maybe the king and the queen was a friend, or are friends, as shared to our neighborhood paladin, Anley, through his deity, Riscarus, the chaos god. They were, their attention was shattered by alarms in the palace that sounded, and when they rushed in to where the queen was, they found the queen injured and being healed by a healer. And the very last thing they were told before we ended the session was the king had been killed. So let's go to the table. So we've got our party here. Let me adjust this camera. Got that one working, got everything working. So let's see if we can get some audio going on here. Make sure we got everything up and working. So table. Before you, sitting on a chair in the Queen's salon, is the Queen. Over her is a Reva. She is cut from temple to chin, and she is bleeding from the right shoulder. She tells you all that she needs you more now than ever. The king is dead.
Well, what does she want us to do?
Well, right now it's pretty chaotic in the palace. There are people
Where-
running everywhere.
What happened? How did the king die?
It was an assassin. I barely escaped myself. I fought the assassin off. I killed one of them.
Multiple assassins.
Where was your bodyguards? Where was your
I
protection?
do not know. We shall endeavor to uncover what subterfuge brought this about.
So they know who the assassins are?
They are wearing the sigils of the right-wing group
Sigils?
that we
Yeah.
executed
Oh.
this afternoon.
Ah. So,
Payback.
So we need to step up and we need to be protecting the queen.
So,
If we are not careful, my friends, the empire will be in open war.
civil
Is the
war.
queen saying this?
Yes.
how big are these rebels from this morning? How big are they? How big is that?
Their operations could span from here to
The
Ronstadt.
Sentrial, Senchal, is the conservative, purist faction that we talk.
And
They are as large as the faction wanting a blended empire. It seems like our timeline has moved forward.
Sooner than expected.
Miss Talley, you may yet be able to keep your word soon.
yeah. I don't want to piss Granjan off.
The Queen looks around the room. Guard your speech. There are ears about it.
So can I look around the room too and kind of give her a face? Like,
Can I inspect the assassin you killed? See if I can figure out anything?
She looks up at one of her ladies. She says, "Get the captain."
I'll go with Anley.
you're going to look at the corpse?
So in walks this well-decorated young man. He appears to be in his early 30s, and he says, "My queen." He drops to one knee. The queen looks at him and says, "Escort Master Anley and Master Nick to my bedchambers. Please do not disturb the king."
I have a.
I give the queen a gentle bow before heading off with the guard. Captain.
Person.
The person over there.
I have this word. Revivify.
Revivify.
I can touch this person.
Do you have a diamond?
Do you?
Yeah, I got
Material diamonds
right here.
worth 300 GP, which dispel consumes. Creature that has died within the last minute. That creature returns to life with 1 hit point.
Yeah, he's
The
been
spell
dead since
can't
this
return
morning.
to life a creature that has died of old age, nor can it restore any missing body parts.
Oh, and he's missing a head, isn't he?
Was it? I didn't hear what she said happened to his head.
Didn't they
I don't-
decapitate him? this
So you
morning?
decapitated
No, that's-
somebody
no.
else.
That's
She
from the
did-
execution.
When is it? Yeah.
But the execution, didn't they decapitate him?
That was yesterday.
The king wasn't decapitated, was he? We don't know. Okay.
Why do you think me and Anley are going to go check the
Well,
corpses?
she said don't disturb the
I'm
king.
not gonna touch
Don't
him.
touch him.
You aren't going to touch anything.
Just Observe.
Yeah. Witcher style.
So, as you make your way to the royal bedchambers, in all your life, you've probably never seen anything so opulent. Jewels adorn the walls, the bed frame. Everywhere you look is a sparkle, punctuated by spatters of blood.
Don't go klepto on me.
And a
Yeah, I'm keeping my head, thanks.
dark-clad body sprawled in the floor, face down, with its limbs twisted in grotesque fashion.
The queen killed him?
Lying on the bed,
Dude, she's terrifying.
face up, eyes wide open, mouth agape, is the king in a pool of blood.
Do I see any obvious wounds on the king?
You see his neck, his throat has been cut from one
Okay.
ear to another.
His eyes are open.
Yes.
Out of human respect, can I close them?
She said, do not
We're not
disturb the
touching
king.
him. Do not disturb him. We're not touching him.
Do not touch the king.
Alright. Got any problem touching dead bodies?
Nope.
Alright, turn him over.
As you reach to turn the body over, it's almost like moving a sack with gravel in it. Nearly every bone in this body has been shattered.
Oh,
Wow.
It's
That's
very
magic.
flabby.
Things move in odd directions as the torso seems to fold up as you try to turn the body over. It's
It's
obvious.
like moving a potato sack.
that's why I was
Okay,
never a
so
corner.
she broke every bone in his body.
The queen did this.
Explosively.
The queen killed him?
She said she
I can tell he died
She
in
killed
pain.
one,
That's
one and one
hilarious.
escaped. Oh, I thought she was talking
Okay.
about the king.
Alright. Let's see. No lacerations.
Checking pockets.
It's empty. The only thing that you see is burned into the chest is a fancy script S.
for the, what do they call him? What?
Sishaw.
The Sinshaw.
The Sinshaw.
Hmm.
Well, at least now we know what we're looking for.
Do his clothes look particularly nice or relatively normal?
They look as just if they're, if you could describe them as anything, maybe the consistency of a sail, a canvas of sort, but not quite as thick.
Any kind of jewelry? Nothing? Nothing in the pockets?
You're not there.
Oh, that's right.
We smell funny.
Does he smell funny?
Does he smell funny?
He doesn't smell anything.
Probably like a
he
little bit
has-
rot.
He is defecating.
Yeah, that's up.
You
Yes.
smell feces and urine.
Some dookie.
Yeah.
But as you move him around, he's wearing gloves and a half mask, like an assassin.
Yeah.
And all you see from the opening in the shirt is the script S burned into his chest.
So we have
Where was seen that before?
we have a view of how powerful the queen is with her magic.
I'm so glad you like that.
I like her.
Any weapons to be found near him?
You see it's an odd weapon, something that you haven't quite seen anywhere else. It is a single pole about 14 inches long, and on the bottom it looks like a fork with a handle underneath it. There are 2 of those.
2.
Alright, I'm gonna grab that. And hold on to that.
Just don't cut yourself.
I'm not gonna. Shut up! Okay. I'm gonna look around the room. Not really touching anything. Looking for any points of entry.
You're the rogue. You do that. I'm the fighter. I am only able to.
This is what you said.
Oh! Drew that wrong.
That's
So,
nice.
Sigh. Interesting.
Doesn't that weapon look familiar?
You're not with us.
Oh, dang it. I'm with y'all. Poof.
Yeah, I only took one. Okay,
Funny.
I'm looking for any points of entry outside of the door and the window.
There is a bulge on one of the fingers underneath the glove.
Oh,
I removed the glove.
yeah.
You might have all nasty stuff up in there, like.
And just like every other part of the body,
It's
kind of like pulling a cloth off of marbles.
ooh.
Okay.
You see a ring.
So getting this ring off is going to be a little bit of a challenge, given the.
Shove his finger off.
Yank it off.
Fair
Have to manipulate it so it doesn't get stuck on a bone or
Yeah,
something.
on skin. It's literally
Yank.
just skin. The bone is powder.
Okay.
Yank.
Yeah, the
Just
The
bone and
finger
muscle.
comes off, you're
It's a
fine.
whoosh it.
Bone comes out. Bone comes out of that area of the fingernail.
It's so yucky. Y'all are horrible.
That really was nasty. No, that would.
Yeah, that description was just. I'm sorry.
you've seen this ring before,
Told me.
Have we?
or one like it.
Anyway, how much you want to get this
Hold
price
on.
for?
Would you send it to me for?
So one of Annalise rings, is it from the shop? Didn't you have like some jewelry made or something? You had special rings made?
No, I just bought some pre-made earrings and a
Oh,
necklace.
that's right,
and
that's
we're
right.
both wearing those.
Huh. So do we want to go investigate that shop again?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what the ring looks like yet.
Hang on.
We're having technical issues.
Oh, I thought you had already received it. That's. Ah.
Oh,
Oh.
how pretty.
Well, frick, I want one of those. You need rings now. You gotta get some with me.
Don't
Okay.
show people at home.
Size 9.
Oh, sorry. Let me come back to the DM.
And I've seen that before.
I think we have. I mean, it's.
I have.
It looks familiar.
I have.
I showed it to Emily.
Well,
That's
let me see
beautiful.
if I can find it. There we go. That is what they see. The signet ring. Alright, back to the table. So, what now?
Okay.
You can't quite recall where you've seen this ring before. Roll a perception check.
Both of us are just.
Both of them.
20.
Dirty 16.
20.
20. I rolled 22. Just
The DC was 18. On your journey north,
Mm.
you saw this ring adorning the hand of Armand Tenarian, or one like it.
Aren't he one of our people? In our clans?
He's a Tenarian. He is a relative
Of mine.
of Queen.
What word was that?
Spit it out, woman.
The warden of the Venterfall, Verna Tenarian, and her husband, Lord Armand Tenarian.
If I had this notes, I could have looked it up.
No,
What's her name again?
Verna.
Verna.
So this is a coup.
Tenarian.
Want
T.
to take over and they want to become.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna very gently pocket
Terrell
that
is their
ring.
son-in-law.
Terold is the warden in the province of Nordgard.
And he's that son-in-law. Verna's son-in-law or brother-in-law.
You see nothing?
He is married to Lady Rosalind Methor Garden. Terold Garden.
Should I call the captain in and tell him, like, hey,
I'm still
Get
looking
by.
around for points of entry
Yeah.
or anything like
Give
that.
us the town.
So many of them. Yeah, him. God damn it.
Was that him?
Hold on.
oh
I didn't
no.
What?
If this is leading to what I think it is, we are going to be in for one heck of a fight.
Okay, here you go. Looking for points of entry into the room. Outside of the
Outside,
door,
yeah.
the window.
To the window.
I'll give
To
you
the wall. We are so
5 minutes. I'm going to give you 10 minutes before I call in the
So
captain tell him to
dirty.
get rid of the
You
bodies.
ain't got a call for nothing. This is the last thing I'm doing.
Roll perception.
Please.
Want to use luck?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Take that, please. That one. Roll, can't roll
Bless
one
you.
on perception. Better, 17.
God bless you.
Bless you. Thank you.
Is it
What's your, is that included your animal?
I got a there, need one.
You don't see any climbing gear in the windows. You don't see any marks from spikes, climbing spikes. The door has not been forced. And
Is the room messed up?
Well, yeah.
a little.
Okay.
There's blood on everything.
There was a fray.
So they obviously knew
His assassin.
and opened the door for them to come in.
The captain is looking at you. We're still looking for the guards that were posted outside this door.
Captain?
I
I
want
would, I would imagine they were murdered.
to, with the Queen's permission, if you find them alive, I need to talk to them. If you find them dead, I need to see their bodies. With the Queen's permission.
And if
With
they're
all
still
due
alive, I
respect.
recommend checking your security again.
I doubt very seriously, even if we do find them alive, that they will remain so very long.
I don't know.
I will see what we can do.
Appreciate it.
By the way, where were you?
We should leave now.
Okay. Back to the Queen.
And off we go.
Back to the Queen.
So while they've been gone, what you guys been doing?
Comforting the queen.
Yeah,
The
No,
weaver is
I got
finished. The weaver's finished with his work, and the queen has a bright pink scar from temple to jawbone.
so we're in her antechamber before the bedroom.
No, actually, you're in a receiving room, one of her salons in the palace.
Okay.
So it doesn't adjoin to her bedroom. Okay.
Monster.
Uh,
No, it's not. It's on the thing.
are there any other palace servants there for her?
Just her ladies in waiting.
Can we
Where's my
question
mouse?
them? Let's question
Other mouse.
them.
Okay.
The black one?
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. It's in the car.
So, what can they tell me?
Hanging out with Her Majesty.
Right now there's 4 ladies in waiting and attending the Queen. Let me get my names up. Hold on. Don't caught me flat-footed. I love that. And, I like that one too. Okay. All right. So each of them is very young. They're in their 20s. It looks as if they probably are in their first years of service to the
Okay.
Empire. And rather than be in a combat or group, they're in service to the Queen.
Okay.
They seem pretty well to do, and if truth be known, that those positions are
Coveted?
coveted and only distributed to children of well-to-do and wealthy families.
Of course. As well it should be. Yeah, so were you with the Queen the whole time?
No.
No, okay.
And the one that said that looks at the Queen, and the Queen tells her, "Answer her questions, girl."
Okay, and where were you?
We were all of us in our quarters.
Did anyone see you there? See any of y'all there?
Just us. And she looks around at the other girls.
Uh-huh. And did you see anybody you don't know? Anybody
Well, that's-
No,
suspicious?
Mom.
I need to find something. I'm gonna put my hands on somebody.
CIOS. And what?
Agnes is startled.
And
Indeed.
so were the alarms that roused you to the Queen? Were you called to the Queen? How did you come to be from your quarters?
We heard the
to here?
alarms, and it is our orders are when the alarms sound that we go to our Queen.
And what did you see when you walked into the Queen's
She
quarters?
kind of turns the color of you, and she
I
says,
know this is hard, but we've got to get through this. These are things we need to know.
"I saw my Queen defending herself."
Queen defending herself. And how exactly was she defending herself?
She had a blade in one hand, and she was using the other to cast.
Okay. And so did you see with whom she was fighting?
Yes, Mom.
And do you know his name?
No.
You don't know his name.
All I know is that is a horrible way to die.
And it's the same fellow who is in the Queen's bedroom right now.
I would assume so, Mom.
Okay. Do you recognize him as nobility?
I
Do you
I
recognize?
ushered the Queen out as quickly as possible. I don't know.
That's what you.
You don't.
Shake her.
Hey, shake them on.
No, I think she's not able to answer because she's so scared of Tally.
More than likely.
So just
Oh,
place
is
a
it
hand
me?
on the shoulder and say,
Is it
"I will
me? Am I
not eat you."
off-putting?
No, not at all.
Not a 6'4" orc woman with tusks
I mean, what
growling down at this little
Just,
5 foot
I will not
nothing.
eat you like Shrek.
Get in my belly.
I guess I am kind of going at her hard. Do any of you have any questions? You're not there.
You pretty much covered, you know, what I was gonna ask too. The same things. I just let you run off, but yeah, it's okay. It's good. Well, you asked the right questions.
When was the last time you saw the king and queen together? When they were together, who was approaching them?
It's a good question.
We escorted the queen to her sleeping chambers. As we readied the queen for the night, her husband, our king, was resting in the bed.
So the king
We
was
made the
already
queen
in the
ready.
room.
And took our leave.
So when you left, were the guards still posted at her door?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you know the guards' names?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their names?
Jack and Dick.
Scrupulous note takers over here.
What was their name?
And did they?
Larry, Curly, and Mo.
Right.
That's a good question.
Did they verbalize anything?
Oh, how did they smell? What did you think would smell? No. Bippity boppity boo.
How does
There's-
magic smell?
I believe it was
Like teen spirit.
That's what it smells.
Dryden Norris
It depends on the spell.
and Avon Lyer.
That's good. That's
Okay.
They
And-
were brave warriors, man.
You speak of them in the past tense. What was their demeanor as you left? Did you
They're
ever hear
royal
them?
guard, they have no demeanor.
So they weren't talking.
No,
Was
no.
something off about them? Did something look out of place on them?
And
Not-
they were
not that I know.
scheduled to be here tonight. This was their post.
She's kind of
tonight.
looking at the queen, and the queen's going, ladies, let's ask another.
I don't think the queen appreciates our it's giving them an inquisition. These are her ladies in waiting. They are.
The little girl is flustered.
Okay.
She is.
Let's soothe her. It's okay. Everything is fine.
We'll let the half elf do that.
Did they say any when she came in upon the fight? Was there anything said?
So one of the other ladies steps up and she says, Mom, your question.
Was there anything said?
Nothing was said, Mom.
How do you smell?
I smelled as ordinary, Mom.
No. That ain't gonna fly.
And the queen looks over and says, Frigg, stop. Answer their questions. Be polite.
Yeah, I don't want to have to bow up because of attitude.
She looks at you and she goes, yes, Mom.
Why is she so angry?
She has a little bite on her.
But I mean, does she know something?
And the queen goes, Frigg.
I'll bitch slap her upside her head.
But why is she so angry? Does she know something? Do they know something? It sounds like when you start talking about whoever the guards were, there's some kind of shushing going on.
Okay.
They're getting defensive. So we need to calm them down, soothe them.
So you have the queen's ladies
Yes,
and guards responsible for guarding the queen's chambers.
right. This they did not do.
They did not do good, so.
I imagine that they weren't in quite close proximity to one another.
Oh, they weren't there because they were on a date.
Oh, this little friggy girl and guard was on a date. She still didn't bitch slap her.
The queen, she looks at Frigg. Frigg, did you ladies have company?
Ah,
And Frigg goes, no, Mom.
Did she look down when she said that?
And she turns and she looks at another one and says, Fibble.
They
And
major
so-
in their fibble. Fibs.
And the one, Mom, She just lowers her head.
Don't you have a detection for if somebody's lying?
Yeah.
But she lowered her head. She didn't answer, so that's her.
She's outing herself. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could have sworn you had one.
Oh, this young lady, Frig.
She needs to tell me the truth. I'm gonna try to spare her from dying. Somebody needs to talk. Right now. I'm gonna
Spare
use
the
my,
dying.
I'm gonna spare them these little
Save
chicks.
this bitch from dying.
I'm gonna spare her from dying.
Just so you can slap her?
A bitch slapper.
Okay, Samuel
Can't
Jackson.
you have
So the
where you
queen
can read
says,
someone's
enough.
mind?
Fibble. Were Dryden or Evan in your quarters? And the girl lowers her head and says, yes, ma'am.
That explains it.
That's where.
What I miss that?
One of the guards was in Frigg's room.
Fibble.
Fibble's room. So okay, is she hiding the
No,
guard?
both the guards.
Oh, both the guards were in her room.
Oh.
So okay,
Fibble-
are they alive? Are they?
the guards still alive?
They could be because if they were in the girl's room, they weren't guarding the queen.
We need to send one of us to go check it out.
Yes, ma'am. They're in the lower kitchen pantries now.
They're hiding.
They're hiding in the lower kitchen.
Yes, ma'am.
They're shamed.
Doom on you, doom on them. Shame, shame, shame.
Shame.
I think Belle and I should go
Shame.
get them.
We'll go get them. But the thing
We're gonna
is,
go
then
get
does,
'em.
Go get them, bring them back here so we can question them.
does
We don't
that
let
take
that-
away from the conspiracy theory then? So they just weren't guarding, so someone got in.
Wow.
And with that, we're going to take a break. So we will
We need
be
to get back into the room.
we will be back in just a few minutes, and we will pick up with Fibble and
It's
Dryden
like a,
and
this is like a
Avon,
city
Avon,
getting on somebody.
and their menage a whatever that probably is going to cost them their heads.
Menage a trois.
Oh,
I have some guards to.
yeah, I'm gonna push.
Yeah,
one
which
by
other
his
girls
neck.
were?
Some
Which
girls
of the
you
other
want
ladies in
first.
waiting?
My friends just had a baby on my birthday.
Wow.
All right, and we're back. When we left off, they were in the queen. The party was in the queen's chambers, or her salon, excuse me, and they were questioning the ladies, the queen's ladies, 4 of them, and apparently one of the queen's ladies, Fibble, knows where the young men that were supposed to be guarding the royal chambers are. So let's go back to the table.
Okay. So we're gonna go down and.
So as we return to the table, Anley and the guard captain and Nick return to the queen's chamber, or to the queen's salon.
Yeah.
You see the young ladies standing a little more attentively than when you left.
So what's got them all standing all stiffy?
Oh,
What happened?
so I'm going to tell
It
them
came
what
back
happened.
up.
Tell them what happened. We got some information. We know where the guards are,
Well,
and
bring them.
We're going to go get
that's
them.
where we're on their
Belle
way.
and I are going to get them
I'm
right
gonna
now.
have to pull out a mind mail because we got mine.
Captain, the queen says, to the lower kitchen's pantry. Bring those young men here, unharmed
If they're still
and
alive.
undamaged.
Off we go.
Off we go.
So the captain leads you down, and you actually are in a sub-level, so like beneath the palace. And It takes you a few minutes to get there, but you smell bread baking and the smells of cooking and fires. And as you walk in, it's just a big chamber with lots of work tables and these big arched ovens in the back. And off to one side is the store. The captain indicates the storage, so he walks up to the stores. The doors are closed. Norris, liar, front and center. Gentlemen, don't make me come and get you.
Oh, please make us come and get you.
Oh, we have to return them unharmed.
The door kind of creaks open, and you see this big set of eyes, and they look at the captain. This one set of eyes looks at the captain, looks at you, and then looks at Belle.
A lot of eyeball looking going on there, buddy.
Got something you want to
The
fess up?
captain says, "Open the door." Dryden, open the door. The young man opens the door. Sir, we don't know what to say.
Dresses again.
The captain says, "I know what you were doing. Come with me. The Queen wishes to speak with you." And he says, "Sir,
Calm down.
no, sir, please, not the Queen."
What's wrong with the Queen? Why don't you want to go talk to the Queen?
He pulls out his sword.
Oh,
All right, it's on like Donkey Kong.
Places it on the floor and falls upon it.
oh!
It drives through his chest. And he gasps.
Oh, I can do it right now, right now.
You're not there.
You're not there.
There I am now.
And falls dead.
Can I give her my steps? Go ahead.
The captain looks down. Aben, I trust that you're not going to act in such a silly manner.
Killing yourself is silly.
Well, I mean, it is a dumb way.
You see over in the corner, kind of in the darkness, you see a little blonde-headed head pop out.
Reach in and grab him. Let's just take him.
Let's go.
Pluck him up and bring him to
You
the
got no
two Queen's
clothes on?
chamber.
So as you walk into the pantry, you see this kid. He's in the corner. He can't be more than about 20 years old at most. His eyes just get huge, and as you reach down, your big hand wraps around his armor and his shoulder. You snatch his ass out from underneath the shell, and you're kind of holding him on tiptoes.
Well, we can't harm him, so I'm just gonna put him down.
Who said we couldn't harm him?
The Queen.
I
She
mean,
said bring him back unharmed.
you could.
Did she say
Shut
that
him
to
in
us?
jail.
Yes.
Oops, I tripped.
No, because he's
Did
fixing
she
to
say
be.
that to y'all?
Yeah.
She's probably gonna pulverize his bones like
That's
she
what I
did the
was
other
thinking.
one.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna do anything to him. I'm just taking him out and then letting him speak to his captain. But I'm standing there
You
waiting
better
for
hold him
to-
so he doesn't fall on his sword.
You don't need no sword. Checking for knives, pistols.
And as you're dragging, he's looking at the captain. Please let me take the honorable way.
What's the honorable way?
the sword.
So he knows. Get him, girls.
Okay, so falling on your sword is on.
That ain't on us.
That ain't honorable.
It's cultural. It's a cultural thing.
You know, just like some like
Samurai.
Harry Carey. Yeah. Yeah.
The
So-
captain looks at him and says, "You will pay." but that will be up to the queen. You may well yet fall upon a sword.
I'm gonna take his sword.
Yeah.
And as you take it, you just kind of trying to reach and get it. And
Yeah, no.
so as you return to the queen's salon with young Avon Lyre, guard to the queen and the king, as you drag him into the chamber, he will not look at the queen.
Well, somebody needs to get down on his
Yeah,
level.
someone's gonna have to hold his head up to make him look.
I'll help him.
The
I'll
queen,
grab him by the back of
queen
the
sees
chair.
you come in, and she says, Avon. He doesn't do anything. Avon, look at me. And he falls down on his knees and starts crying and
He's
begging
20 years old.
forgiveness and
Yeah.
telling her how sorry he is, and the queen looks at Fibble and goes, "You were fucking this?"
Are we not even trying not to curse anymore, huh? No.
I didn't think we could say that. Like,
Fibble goes,
Okay, I'm good.
This
Puerto
channel is
Rican.
not for kids.
18 plus. Yeah.
17
Alan.
plus.
I like the queen.
"Enough." He kind of,
Oh, straighten up, boy. We help
Can
you.
I slap some sense into him?
"Where
Slap
were you
Enhance your
when my husband was murdered?" He looks at Fibble, looks at the queen. He's in a panic. He doesn't know what to do. "I wasn't at my post, ma'am." She says, "That's not what I asked you." He says, I'd rather not say, ma'am." She goes, "Do you think that protecting this little wench is more important than the life of your queen and king?" He's like, No, ma'am." "Then where were you?" And Fibble goes, "Just tell her." "He was with me, ma'am," she says. And the young man goes, "No, but it was me. She didn't have anything to do with it. I was the one." The queen says, "You both were responsible, as well as you other three." "Captain, call the guard."
You done shit in your Cheerios. I mean,
Has
didn't
it
say
gotten
that.
past
It's in
anybody
your
else?
Cheerios. I'm sorry.
Fibble and liar. Fibs, lies. They just a little match made in
So,
hell.
Your Majesty, if I may.
Whoop that ass.
The captain walks out of the room, and he's calling for guardsmen.
May I have your ladies show me the upper portion of their chest? The assassin had a symbol burned into his skin.
The sin shawl.
Yes. Before we punish
need to
them
get bail.
accordingly.
And talents to help him.
The queen reaches out with one hand, and she does this, and Avon is lifted off the ground, floating in the air. His armor just rips off of him. He's bare-chested, barely has any hair on his chest, but no burn, no signet.
Does the women do?
Let's get to bodice ripping.
So I have a mildly more torturous suggestion. But
Sir Hanley,
it's up to
I trust you all.
be respectful.
Be respectful with your instructions.
Your ladies have nothing to fear from me.
Ain't that the truth?
That, of course, is a point of debate among the ladies in the palace.
The only one who should be fearing.
Her bread's buttered on. His bread's buttered on the other side of the toast. Okay.
So,
I'm gonna
as you work your way around the room, you go to Tina, and then Rory, and then Fibble. Nothing. You get to Frigg, and you reach for her bodice, and she reaches up and grabs your wrist. As she grabs your wrist, she pulls a dagger. Give me a dexterity save.
Knew it. Knew it.
Can I just
No.
come in?
No.
Not yet?
20. 24. Nat 20. 24. Plus 1 to grapples.
I'm sorry, I just got
Plus
so
one to
excited
grapple.
to 0.
As she brings her dagger upwards, you just move out of the way. Just kind of move it to the side. Wrap your arm around hers and curl her wrist, grabbing her fist in your hand, curling that blade to her throat.
Do you see that winning?
Something you don't want me to see, sweetheart?
Jumped a little upstart.
And I pull it down just enough to see.
No, ma'am, I don't see that.
She has a cursive S burned into her chest.
Oh.
Hooker.
You unclean
Good bandit.
fucker.
I've been called worse.
You will die, along with all your kind.
Eventually. Not today.
There's a human who actually supports this.
And I just very gently show her to the queen. Don't kill this one yet.
Release her serenity. You watch the queen reach out with one hand, and you watch her fingers go and twist in all different directions as Frigg's legs break into different directions.
So that's what
That's what you get.
The woman screams and falls to the floor. Captain, take her to the dungeon. He directs several guardsmen that have come in. They pick her up and drag her twisted legs along behind her out of the chamber.
Good call, Emily.
Good catch.
Gotta teach me how to do that.
I knew I picked that for a reason.
Okay.
So, the queen says, it would seem that I have several openings for ladies of attendance.
I immediately look at Agnes.
How about guardians of the queen?
We're gonna do it anyway.
I mean,
At least we can make sure it's done right.
First heroes of these
And we're trustworthy.
so Guardians of the Queen. That's a new title.
New title.
Of
Is all of us guardians of the queen or
The lady.
the ladies?
All of you.
okay. Can we get uniforms?
I
Egalitarian
take
community.
it I have
Somewhat.
nothing.
Ooh, I can do my curtsy. I watch Catherine a lot. I love Catherine of Wales.
I take it I have nothing of a physical manner to be worried about from you, Sir Adlin, or you, Sir Nick.
Negative.
I mean, he may have to leave the room when you change, but I'm fine. You're good with me.
You've had girlfriends before.
I have them.
Except I know
Yeah,
where my
man.
Yeah, well, I know where my loyalties lie.
The queen smiles.
Wait a minute. So you want to be the queen's boyfriend?
No.
No.
She's trying to say she's no. He's trying to say he's not interested in the queen in any way, shape, or form.
Anley's not a threat.
And Nick's
Oh,
only
okay.
interested
His
in Andy
bread
right
is
now.
butter on the
Oh,
other side of the toast.
Maybe he knows
I'm
something.
only
Very
interested
well.
in Andy
Captain,
at this point. So, one lover kind of person. That's what Nick is.
find these fine people. My medallions.
We're kind of the equivalent of being knighted.
We get
Well, in this realm, anyway.
The captain goes, yes, ma'am. I'll attend to it myself. Myself and my men, we stand at ready for you, ma'am. She says, thank you. John.
I think we need to do some interviewing of this inner staff.
Oh, and
We are now the
Captain.
inner staff.
Huh?
We are now the inner staff.
The
heal
other-
Frigg so that we may interrogate her or have her healed.
But only partly, because we don't want her being able to escape.
Yes, ma'am. They all leave the room. Well, it would seem our fates are tied together. Now, we shall chat with Frigg and see what we can come up with. Also, I think we have one of our darker practitioners may chat with the assassin that I left on the floor of my chambers.
If you can
necromancy.
talk, you basically turned his bones to powder.
The
Necromancy. Necromancy. Hello. She did say one of the darker magicians.
By the way, fantastic spell.
Please remind me not to make you mad.
Teach me your ways.
Let's
Your
get
Majesty.
Well done.
Can I drink his bathwater?
Hey, whatever it takes, man.
Okay.
Oh no, that
So-
the bathwater thing was actually discussed in 2016.
What's that
Not
from?
bring it. Well, nope.
So-
Bring it up later.
What's it from?
We'll tell you.
A few
We'll
moments
tell you
later, the captain returns, and over his arm are several large medallions with the royal crest. And you notice that the royal crest is a big circle with a wolf and a lion. And there's a large T and a large E in the crest. The queen looks at you all and says, take these medallions, wear them open. They signify that you speak with my voice.
I gotta get this because they keep calling back. Excuse me.
So the captain offers one to each of you.
Speak with the queen's authority.
Speak.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Authority.
Now,
So I'm gonna tie it around
We
my
have-
wrist.
we have much to do. And I must clean up and prepare for what is about to come.
Anything we can assist you with?
At all,
I would ask that you stay with me.
Your Majesty.
of course.
And notice I addressed you as Your Majesty. Could Agnes and Anley sit in on your interrogation of the little girl?
I'm actually interested in this too.
Of course.
If you would have me, Your Majesty, I would like to sit in as well. just to ensure nothing arrived.
You were my most trusted.
I think we all
And
need to be in there.
And how unlikely was that? That a group of different race beings from another country would become the queen of this country's most trusted.
Must be how we smell.
Miss Tally,
Whoop, there it is.
Miss Tally, I must speak with you.
I'm all yours.
So she pulls you off to an antechamber off to the side. And she goes, I fear this is my mother's work.
We don't know that though.
That's right.
Mm. Do you think maybe she was behind everything? All along?
She has always had a soft spot in her heart for the Sentric.
Was she a Sentric?
Was she a Sentric herself? What exactly are they? Who exactly are they?
It is basically a cult that proposes that the empire remain a pure empire of only human blood, and that all others be eliminated through whatever means possible.
All others. So your empire, aside from the few special ones that I've already met,
Was built on blood.
includes what other races? I mean, should I
There,
not
there
going
are
to?
no other races here, except maybe as servants or slaves. They have all been eliminated or
Where?
sent to the west.
Where are these servants and slaves? I don't think they haven't been here in your capital.
No. As we move southward, you will see.
What races will I see enslaved?
Any but human.
Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
We're not there. I thought we were all. Oh,
And
She's in the antechamber.
I need to kill somebody so I can get up in there.
do you think maybe any of these slaves could have, say, escaped and revolted?
The slaves are not part of Sentric. The slaves are part of the greater empire that we seek.
You don't think the Sentric could invite them to join their
The
ranks?
Sentric would not have them in their presence.
Oh, because they're not pure. Okay. I
We
get what
must
you-
prepare for the king's funeral,
Slaves have been killed by Sentric.
and then we must move south and find allies.
South will find allies.
There are no allies in Northgard, and there
That's
will
apparent.
say Grandin, and there will be no allies in Winterfall. If we take this fight, I will be fighting against my family.
Queenie, I think it's safe to say that we will be fighting against your family.
That's quite comforting, Miss Tally.
So,
You can do a little break dancing on the side.
when are we getting this show on the road? When are we heading south?
There is a prescribed period of mourning that must be observed.
Of course.
Cordialities be damned.
We must bury the king with all the honors that he deserves. He was a good man.
I just
And
think
I
it would
loved
be
him.
in your best interest if we expedited this.
I cannot. For if we vary
Carry
if we vary from tradition, it will be a clear signal
To whom?
to those that would undermine what we are about to do.
What, a clear signal that you're not going to take this anymore?
That will come soon enough. But we must build allies before we can take that step. We will find those allies
Okay.
in Rivervale and Sotland. But we must observe the honors.
Okay.
So, over the next few weeks, you will all become quite the entourage of the Queen.
Maybe we need to move closer to her too.
As a matter of fact, you're offered the blue robes of the royal entourage,
I prefer my purples.
and
Yeah, they handed them to Belle and I. We're like, they're cute.
they've got big ones for you.
Agnes is rocking her blue robes.
Yeah, I'm keeping
I'll
it.
wear like a scarf.
We look
covered
good.
in maybe.
So,
We look
each
good.
of you come up with whichever way you wish to display your blueness.
I have it as like a little
I'm
handkerchief.
super
An ascot.
An ascot.
And I make fun of you every time I see it.
I look
So
like
I.
Jim Dosh.
You look like Fred.
You look like Cousin Eddie.
No, looks like
Probably from
young
Scooby-Doo.
Benjamin Pratt from Law and Order.
Scooby-Doo.
Okay,
I'll wear
so-
it as a cloak.
So, the great medallions, whichever way you wear them, on your wrist as a bangle or around your neck, whatever.
I'm gonna put mine high
Um,
because I don't want nobody to know.
There's a little grumblings going on, but
Who's grumbling?
with the proceedings of burying the king,
I
most
volunteered to carry the casket.
most of the empire is at Portus. All the wardens, the ladies, their families, the Queen's family is in town for the funeral.
Will Terrell be there?
Terrell is there with Lady Rosalind.
Yeah. I could sit on her.
Don't you have a bow and arrow? I could take her out.
Young Aben and Frigg were pretty much blackmailed or tricked into, Aben was tricked into leaving his post. Or Fibble was in love with Aben. But in order to get to Aben, she took on Dryden as well. Frigg, on the other hand,
Is probably pregnant.
was a operative of the Sentric. She had been converted during her early training. And when it was found out that she would hold one of the higher positions in the palace, she was groomed.
Well, we need to find out if there are any more in the Queen's household.
Shortly after all this information was revealed, when you go to the dungeons to see the young woman, as you approach her cell where she's being held, you see multiple body parts scattered about the cell.
Were you hungry?
She's been torn
Ripped
apart.
to pieces?
Yes.
Oh, well. She can't be a little tart anymore.
Well, this is an unfortunate situation. Unfortunate.
So very, very unfortunate.
Wait, so are we all there?
No.
We don't look heartbroken, do we?
I mean,
She's in nuggets.
Poor kid.
The Queen, when you inform the Queen, she assures you, she says, I imagine one of the royal palace guard carried this out. We will find out. But we mustn't rule out that she knew more and was assassinated by one of her Sentrial brethren. So
Yeah, that could happen.
she speaks to John, or Captain John, and bids him find out what happened. Assure the guardian that undertook such action that there will be no punishment, but we must know why. So within a day or two, the guard captain comes back and says, "I found out, my queen. It's one of our younger corporals who felt the need to avenge the death of the king. He will be standing guard post at the front gates for some time to come."
His head on a stake.
So in passing, you have, because you are guarding the queen, who is the oldest Tenarian daughter, you have occasion to see the queen's mother and Armand. She still doesn't like you.
We don't like you either.
Every time she passes, I just want to just.
Anley?
Oh, I thought the camera was frozen.
No, just nobody's moving.
I thought the top camera was moving because her face remained for so long.
You do see the signet ring again on Armand's Tenarian's hand.
I haven't told you yet. Telekinesis.
And the queen entertains her family at dinner,
I shoot Annie the look. It's like,
and you are all occasionally invited to sit with the family and eat.
Can that mother detect magic if one of us become invisible?
The mother's fighter.
she cannot.
But the queen
Do I
can.
notice anything awry during
The
these
queen
dinners?
can.
Can I just can we just tell her that I want to do this?
You can try.
I gotta
So, what are you doing?
I got a
Putting up the pup tent?
I got a thingy.
You might have to.
I thought I had something. I read something. I have a cape. I don't remember what it is, but I have this cape thing I could put it on and it makes me invisible.
I don't remember that.
Invisibility cloak?
Yeah. Hold on. I read it.
Yeah, I think.
Everybody be checked.
Yeah, I think everyone in the Queen's house should be checked.
Flip them upside down, shake them down, get their lunch money, baby.
I mean, how many more people have that scar on their
Yeah,
chest?
yeah, absolutely.
Unless
Everybody.
she was just a plant at that one time, but you won't know unless you check everybody.
No. I've come to find out these people are like roaches. There's one, there's a million more.
I'm used to latrine.
Yeah, utilize the facilities.
I have a cloak that I got somewhere. Yeah, when we was getting all that stuff.
I don't remember that. Do you have a spell of invisibility?
I don't know.
I do.
Yeah,
Alright, so what are we doing?
we're gonna take a break. We can
Do we need to take a break?
for a second.
Alright, so it looks like we're going to take a break. Alright, so we will be back in a few, and see you then.
I like to polymorph into a cute little pussycat when I get back. Meow, meow.
All right, and we're back. So, for all the fanfare and
It's not
such
on.
for
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there we
a
are.
royal funeral, the Queen is being protected by Mistrial's Miscreants. Who would have thunk it? So,
All kinds of tots.
Royalty.
But
here we
don't-
go back to the table. All right, so we had left off that, Emily, you noticed that that signet ring does, Armand Tenarian is wearing the same ring.
The queen dismisses us at night, right? Okay.
You sleep in an antechamber from her.
Okay.
There's only one way into this chamber, and it's through the chamber that you all sleep in.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Okay.
So we can guard her. Okay, good.
So
There
she
are no
farts in her
windows
sleep, we
or
can do
anything.
anything.
Okay.
Yep, pretty much.
Probably smell it.
Okay.
That's what it smells like.
Fart in her room? In the queen's room?
No,
Oh, no.
stop. No.
She no longer resides in the sleeping chambers that the king was killed in.
Fair.
I mean, who can blame her?
Yeah, I wouldn't blame her either.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Who's guarding the door? But now
We
we're,
all are.
but we're in that outer thing. So yeah, that's better.
Oh, oh.
Cheers.
I need to talk to you.
I'll get you.
We need to talk to her.
When she releases us, you and I gotta go somewhere. Can't take the whole group, obviously. Start with you.
Okay, so dinner is over. The queen retires.
Okay.
Everyone going back to the antechamber.
Under the ruse of taking Audrey for a walk.
Yep.
Or a flight, as the kids may be.
Okay.
So,
So we buried the king. The king is buried now.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Still
Um,
going through the pomp and
so
circumstance.
when Nick and I inspected the body, we found something that links the assassins to the Tenerians. And I just pulled the ring out of my pocket. Yeah, that ring.
blink, 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 blink.
Look at it. That ring. Armand wears its match.
That's the queen's family.
Yeah, that's her dad. She was right.
Who's the bitch now? Blink, blink,
I
blink.
haven't told her yet.
Well, have you told us about her suspecting it being her mother? Oh. Okay.
I haven't told the queen.
We
yet.
need-
I
you
don't
need
know
to talk
how
with
to
her.
tell
The
We need
plot
them yet.
thickens.
Outside of this, we don't have any proof, but this is insane.
What if I told you there are suspicions that it's the queen's mother?
I mean, it would track.
Then why would she kill her husband?
What if I told you it was the queen herself who told me this?
But we're not there.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Do you and I need to go tell the queen before she goes to sleep, or should we wait till first thing in the morning?
I think the sooner she knows this information,
Exactly.
the better.
Okay.
I mean, she already suspects it's her mom.
I think that's
So I think
Confirm her
this is going to drive
suspicions.
it home because I've been an advocate for the hurry this up.
Mm-hmm.
She's convinced we're going to find allies in the South. If we're going to find allies, we need to get to them. And she's worried about tradition.
But I mean, she's right. We don't want to let anybody know that we know.
Would it be seen as perhaps she had a break and just had to get out of the capital.
I don't think she can. Plus, everybody's already here. Everybody's already here.
What if we just bonk her over the head and make her go?
I don't think those medallions will mean very much.
All right.
But I do have that tent. We can put her in.
Totally, we tell her at earliest convenience.
Well, let's go and see.
Okay.
Now, question: do we
Mhm.
tell the others?
Well, I mean, if the queen already suspects, I didn't know if she suspects. I didn't know.
I have told them.
Okay.
Nick already knows.
Well, yeah, Nick saw the ring. I kind of told him what it was, but I mean,
Okay.
he's the one who pulled it off the guy, so
So we tell them.
we tell him.
All right.
Yeah. Cool.
To the Queen's chamber. Da-na-na-na.
Back to the antechamber.
Back to the Batcave, Robin.
Well, I started something.
Okay.
So,
Back to the antechamber.
when we arrive, is the Queen still awake?
Back to the
So,
tally
You
cave.
knocking on the door?
Mm-hmm.
You go from inside. Enter.
All right.
You find the Queen sitting in a chair, looking over some papers. What can I do for you, Miss Tally?
Your Majesty. See, I did it again.
You're funny.
Ainley has some news for you.
Sir Alan?
When Nick and I inspected that body, we found a ring.
She puts down the papers. So, she reaches out and picks the ring up and rolls it over in her hand.
You know what this ring is?
She rolls it and looks at the inside.
And to whom it belongs.
We must go.
Finally.
Gather what you need. We will be leaving first thing in the morning.
All right.
Is it safe to leave your family here?
What is done is already done.
Okay.
Summon Captain of the Guard.
You want me
You
to go get
summon
him?
the
or-
captain.
I got him.
You summon the captain. I'll
Yeah.
inform the miscreants.
I know where people are.
We're all packed.
So as
Let's roll.
you leave and you're walking out, you pass through the royal quarters where all are staying, and on your way to find the captain, you hear Amy.
That was great.
Oh, that's
Perfect timing.
Yeah, just whip around.
As you whip around, you see the familiar face of your aunt. Lady Kira Forte Soldan, the Lady of Scotland. From the human side of your family. She looks at you in amazement. She says, "How in the world did you get a queen's medallion?
I can't tell you.
'Cause he deserved it.
I can't tell you. How much pull do you have over your husband? Walk with me.
She looks behind her and walks with him.
I can't say anything about what's about to happen or
Yeah.
what has gone
She
on.
goes, is it time?
I just got chills.
Did we miss the memo?
Are you with the queen?
I have always been with the queen.
Get
But
your
she
teeth.
As I am
can't
with
teach.
you.
She can't. Don't say anything.
I hugged the shit out of her. I haven't seen her in so long.
She hugs you back. She says,
You have to get out.
we will, we should see the queen.
I have to get the captain of the guard.
You go.
Yeah.
I will find my way.
Wait a second.
Well, she's got to get through all of us to get to the queen, so she's gonna have to explain herself.
Is Amy gonna go in there with her
I
saying?
take out one of my earrings and hand it to her.
She takes it. This will grant me passage.
Tell Nick I sent you.
Right. So she comes to the queen's antechamber and knocks on the door.
Oh, I'm gonna
I'm the one who
answer.
opened. Do you want to answer?
I'm gonna answer.
All right, answer.
Just remember she looks like me.
Okay. Yeah.
Only more feminine.
I am hoping to speak to Sir Nick.
He's taking a bubble bath in the jacuzzi.
Nick.
I'm right here.
What do you want with Nick?
Anley sent me.
You look like Anley.
Of course, I am Anley's aunt. Does this belong to your Anley?
It belongs to my boyfriend. Yes.
No.
I'm supposed
Oh, she knew.
To your who's it? What's it?
His taste has not changed.
You want to speak with the queen, I assume.
I'm
Oh,
confused.
Pump the brakes! No, no, no. That is not how things are done.
I request audience with the queen.
Well, then you're coming too, because she's not gonna be in there alone by herself.
Yeah, you're not going to be alone, so I'm going to go in with you.
Fine.
I do
All
believe
of
the
you may
tower should
come.
go. Oh,
Well,
yes,
we're
okay,
all-
by all
Okay, fine,
means.
we're all there.
If you were of the queen's ilk, then
That's right.
All right, let's go.
so she goes up and knocks on the door. She
Maybe
goes,
we send Tally in first, and then so she
so
can
you hear the come in, and
introductions.
so she opens the door and she walks forward and she goes, my queen, it is time. And the queen goes, yes, my lady, it is time.
We need to keep this a little bit secret, because we don't know who in this we can trust.
What
Tell
we
your
trust
husband.
in.
And talk to my sister in Rivervale. Tell them to ready their preparations. I fear that this conflict is coming quicker than we would like. I haven't been able to get my sister alone. My mother hovers over her in hopes that she will join the cause of the Sentric. But the destiny of our empire lies elsewhere.
I'm really just sitting in a chair with this, just listening.
And Lady Kira says, as you wish, my queen. I take it that you are now well protected. The Queen looks around and she says, I'm as well protected as I can be.
She's safe as houses.
Then I'll take my leave. My husband and I will leave immediately. I will speak with your sister. That means we will forfeit Portus. The Queen says, I'm in. It is necessary. We must draw my mother and her forces south for this to work. Very well, my friend. And off she goes. As she walks out, she catches Anley coming back with the captain. Take care, nephew.
And do you want? I gotta hug her again.
These are going to be troubled times.
Aren't they all?
And here I thought you were safe across the sea.
Well, you remember my father. Nowhere's safe.
Had he not taken my sister... Anyway, that's another story. Good to see you, Annie.
It's good to see you, Kara. And I'm like,
And away she goes.
So,
So,
as long as you.
the Queen burst into the anteroom and says, Captain, gather those who are loyal to me. We move south in 1 hour.
Let's roll, baby.
Tell them to move with stealth. So within the hour, the Queen is packed, stacked.
If she got not a lot with her, cause
No.
less baggage.
She's wearing military armor,
that's my girl.
a simple gray cloak. She looks like every other
No
soldier
makeup
you've
on or
seen.
nothing.
I think we should do the same.
I'm already
Absolutely.
Let's take all this.
Like their armor, though.
Because we don't stand out.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
we look like humans.
I'm just saying.
So,
Well, I
the
can
club.
pass as human, so. In fact, at one point, I think they
Agnes-
thought I was human. So.
Agnes ran a magic shop in Mariana, or was it Teldana? Mariana.
Mariana.
Yeah, it's
Mariana.
Mariana.
I'm done.
Agnes ran a magic shop in Ariana where she glamored herself as human for the entire existence of the shop. I would imagine that she is skilled at glamour.
Okay, we're going to change y'all up a little bit. Here we go. Y'all going to blend.
So, as the Queen is preparing her horse, she is saddling her horse and tightening. Well, this horse has been saddled by
Meanwhile,
soldiers,
I'm just.
but she's tightening all the cinches, and you can tell this woman hasn't always been a queen. She is a soldier.
Mad respect.
And as she turns to see the party approaching, she reaches for her sword. Miss Agnes?
Well, yes, Your Majesty.
Oh my. How wonderful is this?
You're very welcome.
I'm guessing she only recognized him because I was with him.
I mean, we still vaguely resemble ourselves.
Vaguely
Yes.
resemble, but
I mean, all she had to
They'll
do
remind
She
you of
takes her hand
someone.
off the hilt.
I still
Wait a
have
minute,
one
wait a
thing
minute,
I
who's
want
reminding
to
us?
realize.
Who's remembering us?
The Queen.
The Queen, because I put a glamour
We're-
on y'all,
we're
so you
glamored, so
can't
we
tell.
look
We
human.
all,
We look
everyone
human.
looks
the only one who
human.
didn't need glamour was
Fit
me.
in.
Okay,
She,
well,
I didn't have to glamour you.
I'm the human.
I got
It's,
cute.
it's time for us to go.
yes, ma'am.
She reaches up with one hand, puts a foot in a stirrup, and throws herself up into the saddle.
Let's roll.
Pulls the reins and goes, "Are you coming?"
Of course we are.
I'm already
Oh,
mounted
we're
up.
up. We're up. We're
Surround
ready to
her.
roll.
We need to stay surrounded. around her.
Regulators.
I mean, roll out.
Roll out, baby. Let's roll.
Alright, let's go.
Let's ride.
How you feeling in
Tally,
human
Bell,
body?
y'all want to take
Hey,
point in the front, and
I
we're
still
gonna
feel
flank
like
on the
this.
sides.
Okay, so
Nick,
so we
I
got
mean-
Tally and Bell in front, the human Tally, human Bell, and
I want the
Nick,
back.
Alien, Nick
want
in
the
the
back.
back.
Anley and Nick are
We're
in the
gonna
back,
flank
and you guys
Her,
are on
one
the
on
flank.
each side. So you take the queen's left side, I'll take the queen's right side, and we're
It's on.
like donkey
So
Kong,
as
baby.
you work your way through the palace stables and out the gate, you notice occasionally there's some unmoving feet sticking out of a doorway, or a sword lying on the ground,
Eric's spot of blood.
and you make it safely out of the palace into the streets of Portus. The queen says, "We must make haste. We must make it beyond the city borders
Do we have any gargamels?
before the sun rises."
Onward, Shadowfax.
Gar is horses.
Question.
Oh, yeah.
Show
Question.
them the
Show
meaning
us
of
the
speech.
meaning.
Should I go ahead and put a glamour
Of
over on the
haste.
queen also, so no one recognizes her?
Ask her.
I don't.
Your
feel
Majesty,
that's
would you
bad
like a
idea.
glamour?
Do your magic, Miss Agnes.
Still beautiful, but unrecognizable, except to us. Everybody,
So
look at her face.
as this group of soldiers works their way down through Portus towards the south, you make it into to the southern gates, just as the sun begins to break the eastern shores.
Busy night.
Out the southern gates and into the flatter lands that will eventually turn to the vineyards, the
Wine
Venterland,
country.
and into the trees of the forest to the south of Portus. I need everyone to roll perception.
That's a 20-sided.
Full time. I got a font. Oh, hell of all my dice.
14.
I would just use their dice now.
I am too.
Look,
10.
had a 1. 11. Wait, do I get a plus something of what?
Yeah.
One.
Yeah,
How about
perception.
12.
Perception. Where is perception?
Roll for ace.
It's right below nature, which is right next
20.
to wisdom.
Good ace.
15, 16, 17. 17 for me.
Ace turns to Bell.
14.
Human ace.
Just gets weirder and weirder
I know.
every
this
day.
is-
He goes, Mistress. As he maneuvers his horse to the outside of Bell. There's movement in the forest. All right. I suggest you take cover while I see to the threat.
Who's seeing to the threat? The queen?
No, the
Ace.
ace.
Oh, Ace says, okay, get him. I'm helpless.
So Ace turns his horse.
Ace is gonna eat them.
Human ace.
Human
It's human
ace. Oh,
ace.
oh, it's human ace. Okay.
He turns his horse, picks his mace up off the hook on his belt, and as he picks the mace up, the mace is like 5 feet long. And you see this little tiny human holding this huge mace, and it looks kind of odd.
That's gotta be terrifying.
And he urges his horse forward, and he jaunts towards the wood line, and out from the wood line pops Captain John.
Ace, Ace, no!
So Ace crooks the mace. And Captain John looks and looks at you all. And the Queen says, Captain, it is us. This is all
Magic.
courtesy of Miss Agnes. He looks around and he goes,
Weird.
He should recognize me, at least.
Weird.
we need to move fast.
Let's roll.
I figured.
Let's go.
From the
Come
woods,
on, Ace.
hundreds of soldiers appear. Most on horseback, some on foot.
All on our side,
See
though,
that?
right?
Yeah.
Okay, yay. Even better.
And southward you go.
So the rest of the people are just sleeping. They don't know we've taken off. I would assume.
God.
I have never. 5, 5, 6, 6, 8. These are
Second
20-sided die rolls.
Sucking wind, aren't you?
Yep. And an 18.
Alright, 118.
Does it average?
About 10.
So you hear a
Oh, hell no. We gone. Let's go.
and there is a shaft flying overhead.
Gotta protect the queen.
As it arcs down, it strikes one of the foot soldiers ahead of you. I need everybody to give me a perception check.
18,
4.
21.
17.
21.
Wait, perception.
21.
8.
19.
Nick, Tally, Gatsby. As you look back towards the city, down the narrow lane that is now covered with woods on both sides, you see a familiar blonde mane riding hard for you. Hang on, let me get the name. It is Hedatenarian.
Oh, we've got a Tenarian on our tail.
The Queen's oldest younger sister.
Oh, she's a goodie.
Is she?
She just shot at us.
Maybe she shot to get us to stop. But
Unlikely.
we need to fall back.
Protect the queen at all costs.
Yeah, put in
Does
my little
she-
tent. I'll get my little pup
Does
tent.
she
Who else rolled
recognize
the
it?
20 with who else rolled high with me?
Does she recognize
I did,
Does she
21.
recognize us?
That wasn't
Who all saw?
Gatsby was
She's
one of
riding
them.
hard.
Alright, so I'm going to take one other person with me to go try and meet her. With the Queen's permission, of course. No?
Yeah, no, let's.
Let's not?
The Queen says, hold her neck.
Alright.
So she shot an arrow. I'm gonna throw a firebolt. It's cantrip. I can throw it all day long.
She,
Tit for tat.
I think I have.
as you utter the spell to throw the firebolt, you feel it fizzle in your hand. And you look back and the Queen is going,
This one felt.
So she's good.
I'll handle this, Miss Tally.
Yes, your majesty.
So I had
She
failed.
spurs her horse, and the horse kind of jumps up off the ground and rides towards her sister.
Can we follow?
She said no.
Okay.
As she rides forward, You see her sister riding with her knees. Pull an arrow, knock it. And fire it in the air.
She's trying to get us to stop for a reason.
She stops. The queen stops ahead of her. You don't hear what's going on. There's just these two. Within a few minutes, the queen turns her horse, spurs it, and rides hard back to you. When she gets to you, she says, "We have less than an hour.
Oh my God.
She's
This
warning
is-
us.
This empire is at war." And that's where we're going to leave it tonight.
I'm up for next week.
Well, dang.
Alrighty. So,
We're fighting next time. We're fighting next time.
it looks as if the empire is going to be broken into a civil war. The North versus the South.
Got half an hour.
Imagine
Sounds
that.
familiar.
Oh, let's change history.
The purists of the North, wanting only the human pure race to fill the empire, and apparently the allies in the South,
Change their history.
looking for the blended empire that is the dream of the queen. So, let's get back to the table, and we're going to say our goodbyes. Thank you guys for watching. We hope to see you next time. We love y'all.
Like and subscribe.
Good night.
Bye.
Like and subscribe. Like and
Our
subscribe.
camera froze.
Oh man.